Hey guys, welcome back. Let's talk about the lesson for today. The objective of this lesson is to solve equations with variables on both sides. So let's look at the first example. So the first example says solve 8 plus 5 times c equals 7 times c minus 2. And then it says to check your solution. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to rewrite the equation. So as you notice, this equation has c on both sides of the equal sign. So I have 8 plus 5c equals 7 times c minus 2. So the first thing you got to do is identify your variables. So in this case we have 5c and then 7c. And then the trick that I like to use is to choose the smallest one. So 5 is smaller than 7. So that means that I'm going to subtract 5c on both sides because the 5 is a positive, so I'm going to subtract 5c on both sides. So 5c minus 5c here and minus 5c on the other side. Then I'm going to cross out the 5c's because 5c minus 5c equals 0, but I'll bring down the 8 because I haven't used the 8. So 8 equals, then 7c, you subtract 5c, we have 2c, and then minus 2. So now I'm not going to touch the 2c because we already worked with the variables. So I'm going to do is add 2 to the both sides of the equal sign. So once I add 2 to both sides of the equal sign, I notice that I double equals 0, so I can cross them out. Bring down 2 times c, bring down the equal sign, and then 8 plus 2 is 10. Finally, the last step to get the c by itself is to divide by 2. So when I divide by 2, the 2's cancel, and then 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So that means that c should equal 5. To make sure that we have the right answer, we're going to check our solution. So we're going to start by rewriting the original equation. Now that we have the original equation, we're going to replace the c's with the solution that we had. So we got 5, so that means that the c's are going to be replaced with 5. So we have 8 plus 5, and like I said, replace the c with 5 because that's the solution we got. So 5 times 5, we're going to put it in parentheses, bring down the equal sign, and then we have 7, and then we're going to replace the c with 5, so we have 7 times 5, then minus 2. Now we're just going to keep simplifying on both sides. So on the left side we have 8, and then 5 times 5 is 25. Bring down the equal sign. 7 times 5 is 35, then the minus 2. Keep simplifying, so 8 plus 25 should equal 33. And then on the other side, 35 minus 2 is also 33. So we got 33 on both sides, which means we actually did it correctly. So 5 is the answer because we got the same number on both sides of the equation. And that's it for this one. Let's look at our second example. So for this one we have 9 times f minus 6 equals 3 times f plus 7. So like I said, this is a trick that it works, but it doesn't work all the time, but in most cases it works. So you identify the variables. So we have 9f and 3f, and then for the variables, look at the numbers and choose the smallest one. So in this case, 3 is smaller than 9, so I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides of the equal sign. So the 3f's are going to cancel out because you get a 0. But let's start on the left side. So 9f minus 3f is 6f. Bring down the minus and the 6. Bring down the equal sign. Like I said, these will cross out. And then we have the 7. We don't need the plus sign because it's a positive. If it was a negative, you would have to bring it down. So now we are not going to mess with the 6f. We're gonna add 6 on both sides. So the minus 6 plus 6 cross out because you get 0. Bring down the 6f. Bring down the equal sign, and then 7 plus 6 we get 13, and then finally we can divide by 6 to get the f by itself. So divide by 6 on both sides, cross out the 6 because you get 1. So bring down the f, and then we're going to get a decimal and we'll round it to the nearest tenth. So 2.17 will be the answer for this one, and that's it. So now it's your turn. The assignments category, click on Notes 2.4 Example 1. So in equations with variables on both sides, you have 4 problems. The first 2 are asking you about the steps that you would take to solve it, and then the other 2 I want the exact answer. And that's it for the assignment. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll be able to help you.